A couple of years ago, some friends of mine are riding around Route 66 and we stopped into the Elbow Inn and met the owner there. This was a great guy and he told us all about the history of the Elbow Inn and the history of the town of Devil's Elbow. I think you're going to enjoy this. He also told us why all the bras hanging from the ceiling got there. The town of Devil's Elbow, Missouri was on the original 1926 alignment of Route 66. It's a wonderful spot on the Big Piney River in the Ozarks. The river and mountains made Devil's Elbow a popular stopping off point. There were restaurants and resorts, not to mention roadhouses and speakeasies. The Elbow Inn in Devil's Elbow is one of the prettiest and best biker destinations on Route 66. It started off as a sandwich shop during the Great Depression, but when the government was building Fort Leonard Wood during World War II, a 4-lane road was put in to carry military traffic, and this wonderful spot was bypassed. The owners of the sandwich shop sold out and moved their business to nearby Lebanon, Missouri, and the Elbow Inn became a barbecue place and biker hangout. There's no better time to get here than on a Saturday afternoon on a pretty summer day.
As it started out in 1929 as a barn barbecue along Route 66, and then evolved into a biker bar on Route 66 many years ago. My wife and I became the proprietors of the Elbow Inn in 2006. A lot of changes over the years, but we tried to maintain the character of the place, maintain its identity with the motorcycle groups. But Route 66 was originally a 2-lane highway that was connected across America to improve commerce and promote movements westward and eastward on a common path, on a common highway. And it joined together many state highways. The road was actually in place. The bridge was built in 1923 for Highway 14, but the road was here, not designated 66 until 26. And in 29, a man and woman named Munger Moss built the center portion of the building here. It became Munger Moss Sandwich Shop, right along the old 2-lane Route 66, and they sold beer and barbecue. After 46, it began to just die, and the Munger Moss sold to the Thompsons and moved to Lebanon and established the Munger Moss Hotel and Restaurant. And this place, like I said, became the Elbow Inn Bar and Barbecue after that. The naming of the town, how it got its name, Devil's Elbow, was because of the logging that took place to ship to the railroads as they were building up the railroads to the west. And there was a bend in the river above where the bridge is, and this was in the early 1800s. The river bend was called the Devil of an Elbow because it had a boulder in the middle of that bend that would jam up the logs, and they'd have to blow them apart or pick them apart. And several men died on those log jams up there over those forestry years. The resurgence in the last 20 years of the interest in Route 66 in Europe as well as in the United States. But it has become a very desirable place for vacationers from all over the world. We've had guests here today from France, Italy, Australia, United Kingdom. Last night we had more than 40 that rode in on Harleys from Germany. Last evening about 6 o'clock. And this has become their destination. The big draw is to come and see these bras hanging on the ceiling of this bar. And they always want to know the story and always say it's just a biker thing. That's all I ever tell them. That's what it is. And they understand, I think. And the evening life here is pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, check that out. Thank God for bikes, bars, beers, broads, bras, and boobs. These are a few of my favorite things. Here's the thing about the Elbow Inn. It's temporarily closed. There's a rumor going around it's going to reopen as just a sandwich shop and not as a biker place. Hopefully they'll keep all the bras on the ceiling. Actually, hopefully they'll keep it as a biker place. In any event, make sure you go through Devil's Elbow, stop at the Elbow Inn no matter what it is, because it's a really cool place. Hope I'll see you there sometime.